Mr. Benja, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 come out this month. I've seen it. I think you've seen it now. Let's get into it, man. What are our thoughts, likes, dislikes, and what does this mean for Marvel?
Spoilers on?
Yeah, let's do it. Spoilers,
That's right.
guys.
That's right. All right, so thank you for listening to the podcast. If you didn't want to hear the spoilers, too bad. We're about to get into that dirt. All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't know if you know, James Gunn is not my favorite.
You think?
I think he's got very interesting thoughts. He's a unique character as a person, but it's just his style. It's like putting mango and chicken together. I never liked that idea. It's not that it's a bad concept. And if you order, the chicken breast with the mango sauce, I'm not mad at you, but I'm going to push your plate away from mine and just say, stay away from me. It's not my thing. For some reason, mango and chicken doesn't work for me. Mango and lime, sure. Mango, not happening. So when I saw this, I was like, I didn't like it. I didn't want to go into it with the sour face, but I did anyway, and I still liked it.
Okay. Well, roundabout way to say that, but yes, good stuff. I thought it was, I liked it as well. I would just say that I took my daughter to go see it, and I don't think it's for kids, right? It's definitely very somber. I mean, she's 11, so it wasn't too bad for her. My son is 7, and he wanted to go see it. I was like, no, I'm glad I didn't take him. So it's very somber for an MCU movie. I think I mentioned that on the last pod. But I thought it was very, definitely emotional, more emotional than I thought it would be. But it definitely was one of the first ones that felt like an ending. A lot of these MCU movies don't feel like an ending. And so that felt like a good ending. I thought that was kind of cool. So, but overall, man.
Very self-contained as well.
Yeah, good. Yeah. And so I think that kind of helped everyone wash their palate from Quantumania. And so that was a good palate cleanser for the MCU to kind of get you out of that. But overall, thought it was good. A little bit darker, but also a little bit more emotional. I mean, the whole Rocket Raccoon, man, that was pretty emotional stuff, man. It reminded me of a comic book I read years ago. It was called We Three. It was written by Grant Morrison, I think. And it was very similar kind of, it was, it wasn't set in space or anything like that, but it was about animals and, testing on animals. And this is what the theme of the movie was about. And, they all had like, kind of like the rabbit, which was really scary. He had like a metal plate on his mouth. That was like something from your nightmares, right? Yep. And he had metal spider arms. And that was basically what We Three, I'm pretty sure James Gunn took that idea from We Three. I'll send you a link, or maybe we'll put it on the IG. But yeah, very similar, man. It was a rabbit that was like, metal arms. It had a dog that had like, metal arms. A cat, had like, a laser eye. So yes, it was very similar. And, but it was also about, testing on animals. And so I thought that was kind of emotional. And, he just gets the jokes. I mean, the jokes are, funny, and how the team interacts. He understands the drama and what they bring to the table. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. So yeah, overall I liked it, man. Anything you didn't like about it, the James Gunness of it all? I mean, what was...
You know what? So within the James Gunness of it all, and what I mean by that is the allusions to, scatological innuendo, the body fluid humor, and it's just a lot of grotesque kind of things that come up, and some things are played callously and you don't care. Like a character got beheaded and everybody just kept on going about their business, and I'm kind of like, wait a minute, why would you do that? It's just, so it definitely got me. But within all of that, I realized that it wasn't unintentional. There was a lot of purposeful action going on there. And trust me, this movie had a lot going on. So many characters, so many locations, so many, hey, let's do this, let's go here, let's go. And the thing just kept pulling you along. But even within all that, I started realizing that some of the themes where it's like, this whole thing has been an experiment. You start seeing themes of they're experimenting with movie making. Okay, they're experimenting with the audience. They're experimenting with all these different characters. And I just started hearing and seeing all these different layers to it. And I was really impressed because it's hard for me to do that while I'm invested in the movie, but those feelings and emotions were coming out so strong. I was like, wow, this is really well put together especially for what it is. Mm-hmm. And I just got to give it to him. He hit some thematic things that really, really moved me.
Yeah, he's a good storyteller. I think, even though I think the crassness is just who he is. I mean, anyone, you've seen Slither or any of his other movies in his days. Yes, he's a very crass type of dude. But someone made a good point. One time I was reading about this writer. He said, you have to put those crassness in there so that the other stuff stands out a little bit better, right? You can't just have a story without a little stink in it just to keep people awake, So I thought that was kind of interesting, but yeah, that's just his MO. But because even the scene, I mean, Suicide Squad, when the rat scene was all over the star, that always gets me. I just don't like crawly things on things.
It's very, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, why'd you put that in here, man? When he does. So anyway, so I thought they wasted Adam Warlock. I mean, I'm not saying he's the greatest character in MCU, but, they didn't really give a sense of who that Adam Warlock character. He's supposed to be the perfect ideal guy, and he's supposed to be like basically Marvel Jesus, right? He dies, comes back to life, when they need him. They didn't really give you that concept of what Adam Warlock is about. They just treated him like a, strong imbecile, right? So
yeah, I did think about that too, but then I realized they kind of subverted themselves with that. This is a younger take on him. He wasn't finished. Yeah. And then that still kind of leaves room for you to go back and finish that character and have him morph into something new, which would be an interesting arc. You know what I mean? Where he was this buffoon and then turns into the God kind of Jesus person. But I need to go really hard now. I just realized the time.
Well, hey, man, Mr. Benja, man, I think this has been a great time. So anything else, man, you want to catch up on? I think we kind of. So anyway, go check out Guardians of the Galaxy, guys. We're going to end the pod now. But was there anything else you wanted to shout out to the group before we head out?
Nah, man, check for the clips. We're going to start making them more and more often.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So, all right, guys, we're going to end it quick here. So thank you for listening to Show versus Business, your weekly take on pop culture. Please listen, subscribe on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts. Definitely go check us out on our website at Show versus Business. All right, Mr. Benja, take care.
Peace.